The next operation of polynomials I want to cover is multiplication. When we multiply two polynomials, what we're doing is we are distributing. And so looking at the first example, this is a pretty simple example. It's just distributing. Okay, notice my first polynomial is actually a monomial. We only have one term. And when we distribute, we just multiply 4x times everything inside the parentheses. So that would be 4x times 3x squared plus 4x times negative 6x plus 4x times 5. 4x times 3x squared, that's 4 times 3 is 12, and then we add exponents that we learned last week. And then 4x times negative 6x, 4 times negative 6 is negative 24. And then x times x is x squared because we add exponents. That's assumed to be 1 if there is no exponent. And then finally 4x times 5, which is 20x. And this is our answer when we are multiplying a monomial times a polynomial. Now we can look at a more complicated example such as x plus 5 times 3x minus 2 where we have a binomial times a binomial. But we can still use the concept of distributing. Only in this case we're going to distribute twice. We are going to take the x in the first parentheses, multiply by everything in the second parentheses, and that will look like x times 3x plus x times negative 2. But then we also need to distribute the 5 times everything in the second parentheses. That's 5 times 3x plus 5 times negative 2. And now that we've distributed, we can actually do our multiplication. X times 3x is 3x squared. X times negative 2 is a minus 2x. 5 times 3x is 15x. And 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. And then when you get to this step, see if there are any like terms that you can combine. Notice that you have two terms that have an x. So we can combine those together. Negative 2x plus 15x is a positive 13x. And now we're done. We would not be able to add 3x squared plus 13x because we do not have like terms because the x squared and the x are the first. If we're multiplying a binomial times a trinomial, this is the same thing. We distribute the x, multiplying it by everything inside the second parentheses, and the same thing with 3. So that is x times x squared plus x times negative 4x plus x times 7. That's the first part. That's your first distribution. And then when we distribute the 3, that is plus 3 times x squared plus 3 times negative 4x plus 3 times 7. And now when we multiply everything out, x times x squared is x cubed. X times negative 4x is negative 4x squared. X times 7, 7x. And 3 times x squared is 3 times x squared. 3 times negative 4x is negative 12x. And then 3 times 7 is 21. Now, do we have any like terms that we can combine? Yes, we have a negative 4x squared and 3x squared, which is negative 1x squared, or just negative x squared. And then 7x and negative 12x is 7 minus 12 is negative 5x.